everybody. Alright, so today we're gonna do some exploring inside the Crystal Caves. Oh yeah. There is a dragon in here that took me 3 tries just to figure out how to beat. I took out 2 of those clips though. You get the first clip of when I epically fail, and the run through after that where I beat him. Because I wasn't just gonna put a bunch of fast forward clips again. So far, the level wasn't that bad. I've definitely got the right equipment off rip for it, and it's still a little challenging, but it's fun, and I like it, and it's really, really pretty. But anyway, let's dive right in. Unlike a lot of the other levels, this one actually does not have a little opening cutscene. It kind of just drops you right in the cave, and it's your job to go through, figure out how to get everything. Alright, if you look off into the wee bit of distance, you see the shadow demons are alive and thriving in here. It's not a good sign. Just a reminder of the fact that we selfishly unleashed hell on Galamir for our own personal gain of being labeled as a hero correctly. And not a fucking joke. Yeah, one charge shot from the magic bow wipes these guys out like no tomorrow. They weren't even a challenge, unlike when I ran into them in the forest the first time. I'm sure we all remember that. Let's see what old Stonehead has to say.
The ancient town of Mellowmead was destroyed by creatures known as Rhynotaurs. They live on still, but in a state of hibernation, deep within these caverns. They use the crystals to prolong their worthless hides.
Did I hear him correctly? He say a Rhynotaur? Like a centaur, but part rhino? Well, that was an imp. Okay, so I have to wake them up out of the crystal and then kill them to get my souls from my cup. Fair enough. Might a bit of death and destruction. Of course, we got awesome bats. What kind of cave would it be if it didn't have bats? I mean, honestly. It took me a second to realize it's the see-through crystals that actually are the ones that break. Check all the corners. Gotta be smart about it. Look for hidden doors. Yeah, as always, I figured out, oh, here's another path to somewhere. It's kind of like the tree back in the forest. And that's when I realized that, of course, the beams are death. You cannot break the crystal. Unfortunately. That was just a waste of arrow. Go search for anything more in the room. Waste 2 lives, you know. Good stuff. Stupid bat. The axe does not work best. I was confused. I tried using the axe off rip and just let him follow me, see if I could just throw it at his face a couple times like the guys on the docks at the lake level. The axe actually is not the best weapon to use. I mean, it does its fair amount of damage, but it's a lot slower than the other method. Later in the video, you will see that I pull out the magic sword, the big shiny blue one. It doesn't need to be, you know, it's not the pay-to-win sword. But, you just give him a few whacks with that big blue sword, and they drop like flies. It's always good to have a backup. Alright, we got a life pool, we got an imp. Imp is carved. You see what I mean? It just takes way too much time to kill them with the fucking axe.
Tread softly in these caves, for an ill-tempered dragon has a lair here.
Okay, so we get to kill a dragon. Yay! What you got, homie? Well, I'm poor, so I guess I'm not buying anything off of you today. Okay, we got a chest. Yeah, see, this is when I started using the blue sword. I'm like, you know, let me just give it a shot. I figured charging it up first, but that actually just takes way too long, and it winds up sending them flying. You see, few quick swipes, swap, 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 they're done. Now, I'm curious, you know, what's behind the waterfall? Noticing all the treasure, I pretty much figured it out. It was automatically the dragon's lair, but here we go.
The old dragon can be summoned by inserting 2 dragon gems into the eye sockets of the relief. The grouchy dragon doesn't come out much, as he is afraid of the roof collapsing over his head.
Yep, grab everything in sight. I tried walking through the holes to see maybe there's something, but it's not. And I found out exactly what they were when I, after this.
Who dares to enter my lair and wake me from my slumber? Aha! Prepare yourself, little man. I shall roast the flesh from your bones. Oh, I see.
You don't have any of those.
Well, in that case, I will pluck out both your eyes. Oh.
Yeah, sorry, champ. Only got one.
I'm just gonna give you a good hiding.
Oh, did my undead exterior ruin all of your jokes there, bud? Sorry. So yeah, I kept running and running, and like I'm like, oh my god, fire burns, ow, you know, and nothing. I hit him with the magic sword, the magic arrows, and I'm like, all right, if he ain't taking damage from any of those, I don't know what else to do. There's also a pattern heads up that he starts coming out in the first part. The first part of his life, for the good first half of it, he comes out in order. Starts over there at the left one and works his way around. Once you get him about halfway down, he starts popping in and out different ones, and then pretty much hitting the one you're closest to. So you gotta kind of time where you're at to make sure you're at the right color crystal on the ground. The way you kill him, yeah, I even tried. I thought about pulling out the axe and throwing it at him. It made no difference. And yes, I tried throwing chicken at him. Forgive me, I thought he might be hungry. Or hangry. Maybe that's why he's so upset, because he's hangry. But no. As you see up on the top part of the screen, there are 4 giant clusters of colorful crystals. In front of each hole that he pops out of on the ground, there are matching colors, but not directly under it. You have to be on the right floor to smash with the hammer works best, smash the ground to correlate so that a crystal drops on his head. And that is actually how you kill this fucking dragon. And it took me way too long to figure that out. Way too long. Like I said, about 3 tries. I figured out 3rd try, died, and then made the home run for it. Yeah, let's see that soon enough after you witness this agonizing defeat. Yep. I never stood a chance. Yeah, I tried to throw a chicken at him. Personally, I think the explosion of that or the fire arrows would have should have shook the place and made something drop on his head. Like I'm scanning through my options and I'm like, I don't know what to throw at this guy. But then I did the really nerdy thing and said, you know what? Let me check a book. Trying to find him in the lists. Turns out that this boss fight is actually listed under bosses. What? Yeah, amazing, isn't it?
Perhaps the last remaining dragon, a fearsome, indomitable beast with absolutely no vulnerabilities, apart from that one cranial fracture he sustained from waking up with a start and banging his head on the cave roof. Good thing no one will ever find out about that. Dragons were once hunted for their blood, which is said to grant the power of fire breathing. This particular dragon's solitude stems not from the fear of hunters, but from his crippling.
And that's when I realized I had to find a way to hit him on the head. So then what do I do next? After I die right here, of course. I pull out my hammer, and I start trying to hit him with it. I tried over and over, and it wasn't until on the 3rd try, I missed him, hit one of the clusters of crystals on the ground, watched it drop, and it did damage to him in a different hole. That's when I figured out how to beat him. Now, I'm not going to make y'all sit through the agony of running through this entire world again. I'm going to fast forward it up to the dragon fight for y'all. Okay, so before we go back and fight the dragon, I decided to check out the rest of the area. There are 3 of the Rhynotaurs centaur people, 1 imp. Remember, always kill imps the fastest, simply because, well, not only are they the weakest and easiest too, but they will steal whatever equipped weapon you have, and then you gotta kill them to get it back. So you jump over here to get this piece of gold. Kill the imp. Finish knocking these guys out. There's one more in the far corner. And now your chalice is full. Come up here, smack that, get your gold out of the chest. This is the shortcut that I tried to jump up earlier, but it wouldn't let me. See? There's a shooting crystal of doom. Hang a left at the green little crystal patch. Go parallel to the red crystal. Make sure you turn your camera so you don't fall. There's no coming back from that. Well, there is if you have a life bottle, but yeah, I almost fell off right there because I didn't realize I had to jump. Grab your chalice, and now let's hightail it back to the dragon. Alright, grab the life vial, do the smart thing, set up the weapons you need, which in this case is literally just your hammer. And let's summon this big ugly fucker. Since he wants to pick on our demeanor, I'll pick on his. Turnabout is fair play. Alright, now, you'll see what I'm talking about him switching and rotating between the windows. The more life you take from him, the more time he's going to bob in and out. If he does happen to catch you on fire, which when he gets to about 300, well no, he starts at 300, sorry. When he gets down to about 150 life, his fire reaches a clear across the screen. So if you go back to the door you originally came in, there's a puddle of water there, and even though it's not going to stop you from getting hurt if you get hit by it, it does stop you from burning because you will catch fire and burn to death. I'm not playing. So anyway, here you go. Watch and see how it's done. Slightly in a panic.
anymore. Here, take this. Leave me alone. Drink it when you need it. It gives you armor that is impervious to heat. Plus, it lets you breathe fire.
Alright, so we beat the dragon, he gave us a potion to drink it. By doing this, as you see over there, I get dragon armor, which is awesome. The only problem is you have to be wearing that and just use, hold on, there it is, the fire breath. The fire breath is your only choice of weapon when you're using that, otherwise you do not get to use the armor, unfortunately. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of sucks. It would be nice to be fireproof and use a weapon. But, hey, whatever. I still think it's fun. I went around trying to see if anything would burn in here. Like if I unlocked any secrets by getting the fire breath, and no. No, you don't. But anyway, yeah, you just go around this path, be careful, each second stone drops. You're gonna come up here, you take a shortcut back down. Alrighty, yeah, sorry, I did a quick once over again to make sure I didn't miss anything. Y'all know how I get. Anyway, you go back to the very entrance of the main part of the cavern, keep continuing past, give it the stone, and a bridge shall appear. Or arise from the depths. Whatever sounds cooler. Run across the bridge, don't fall off. When you go through there, there's going to be about 4 bats and 2 crystals. Try out the fire breath. Fire breath honestly does not, I don't know, maybe it's just a type enemy, but I don't think it's as powerful as it should be. I think given you had to fight a dragon, see, it took my hammer, I got it back. I think given the fact you had to fight a dragon for it, it should, you know, turn him straight to ash. Or maybe I just wanted to be a little too OP. But anyway, on to the Hall of Heroes we go. Got something to say?
Wouldn't this make a wonderful tourist attraction? Come see Stengard the Mighty. Come and see the last of the centaurs. Oh, and see that dork over there? That's Daniel Fortescue, would-be hero.
You know, fuck you and your jokes. I think I've redeemed myself pretty well so far. I've missed Chalice. Everything defeated along the way. Got all these weapons. I'm not saying I deserve my statue yet, okay, sure. But I do believe that I have at least learned a little respect around here. Okay. Oh, my shield's full. Got all my cups. I ran around the top floor for no reason because you literally cannot talk to any of the other ones again yet. Though I have yet to talk to the spear chick again. I hope he has nothing to say anymore. I don't spoke to you 3 times. And magic sword guy hasn't spoken to me again yet either. Neither's the shield guy. It's not be top floors. Alright, let's talk to the one that was hidden behind the door.
Daniel, there you are. I was so worried about you. I know you have the heart of a hero, Daniel. Now we must show the others. Would you like to take my magic lightning bolts? I don't have many, but they're very powerful. Off you pop then, and keep your chin up. Oops, sorry, Daniel. Now take care. The good people of Galamere are depending on you.
Damn right they are. Lightning Gauntlet. Dope. I was kind of upset. Y'all know I like to show off the, if the weapon has any effects. Yeah. Apparently Square, it turns out you can't use this thing in the Hall of Heroes at all. Or maybe you have to have an enemy directly around you, but like I wasted 9% just off that charge for no effect. And you seen when I tried to use the quick or light attack, it just looked like I was jacking myself off. But and then on top of the fact, it's fucking 150 for 25%. Not even to refill it. Inflation is ridiculous. Fuck you, capitalism. But anyway, thank y'all again for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Fuck that dragon. I think the only crystal it was on was meth. Anyway, catch you on the flip-flop. Stay jiggly.